Said she tired, little money, need a big boy. They need a decoy. Shorty mixing up the vodka with the liquor. I got a lot of toys. 720 years.
Hi, I'm Malin,
Hi, I'm Ashley.
and the country we picked is China.
So we made a little skit for you guys. We hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get up to it. Yes! Jack, I'm going to this business meeting in China tomorrow. I don't know what to wear.
I'm so sorry.
Hey Jack, I gotta go.
Hey, wait. Sorry that eavesdropped, but I heard that you didn't know what to wear for your meeting tomorrow. I could help you.
Okay, we'll go and get a coffee and talk about it.
Okay, great. Before we get started, I wanted to ask you what business you're going into.
I'm going to be a high-paying architect in China.
Here are the do's and don'ts to prepare a business meeting in China. Do's. Create small talk. Small talk is considered important at the start of a meeting. Address the Chinese by their professional titles and last name. Shake hand upon the meeting. Be 15 minutes early. No Cantonese or Mandarin as it's a powerhouse language. Now for the don'ts. Don't be late. Don't overdress. If wearing a jacket, do not remove it. It's considered rude. Talk about salary or days of work. Interrupt any period of silence at a business meeting.
If I wanted to create some small talk, what would I talk about?
Okay, since you brought it up, I'll help you with some conversation starters.
I know a lot about the history of China, and I feel like that could help, but I just don't know what to talk about.
You should definitely talk about the scenery and the landmark.
Like the Great Wall of China? Like what else am I going to talk about?
Yes, exactly that! Also, another landmark could be a giant panda, which are my favorite. I've had this book for a while now, and I feel like you need this book now.
A travel's guide.
It's not just a travel guide, it's a tourist attraction, place to eat, and etc. It'll help you out.
I'll just read this book on the plane to China. But I need to know a lot more about the Great Wall of China. I just don't know what to talk about it.
It's just not about the Great Wall of China. You can talk about many more landmarks or where the best places are to eat or shop.
I don't know how to act in a business meeting. Do you mind helping me?
I'm glad to help you. Rule number 1, always shake their hand firmly. Rule number 2, avoid doing that. 2, 1. Rule number 3, no hand gestures while speaking.
Set,
go.
Hi.
Rule number 4, do not pat someone on the shoulder. Rule number 5, smiling is not noticed, so don't bother doing that.
How not to and how to respectfully address others in a business meeting in China. Hi, Olivia Chun-Li. I'm here for the business meeting.
It's Representative Chung-Li for you.
3, 2, 1. Don't do this because you should address the Chinese by their professional title or their last name.
Also, don't give a pat on the shoulder. Give them a firm handshake.
Hi, I'm Ashley Pacheco. I'm here for the business meeting. This is how to respectfully address others in a business meeting because you're introducing yourself
And giving a firm handshake.
Before negotiating a deal, there are 4 tips you need to know.
Tip number 1, have strategy, meaning going to a meeting with a plan. Tip number 2, patience is a virtue in China.
Tip number 3, don't set an artificial deadline. And tip number 4, leave your ego at home. Don't be too cocky about the negotiation or it might not go as planned.
How to properly entertain for business success in China. After a business meeting, everyone comes together and eats in a style of a buffet like this. Two, one, go.
Outfit number 1. Outfit number 2, crop sweater and leggings. Outfit number 3, shorts, sweater. Outfit number 4, and sweats.
One, go.
Outfit number 5.
How to present an appropriate business gift. Rule number 1, do not exchange gifts at the first meeting. Rule number 2, do not open it right away. Rule number 3, give and receive with 2 hands. Thank you for watching our mini skit.
We hoped you liked it, and the purpose of this was to show you business in China.
So now on to the bloopers. Okay, so before we get started, I brought my friend Danny.
Meow.
So I want to tell you the.
I'm Dora, and I'm Diego.
Here are the do's and don'ts of.
Okay, we're taking video. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop hearing your dance. Ready? Set. Go. Ready? No! Get down, son. So this is number 1. Ready, set, go. How to properly entertain business. 2. Okay. So we'll go now. Just start nodding your head at me. Okay. Okay, that's good.